So let's be real. This is one of the most uncomfortable topics in anime. And for me, some people avoid it entirely while others defend it to death under the banner of artistic freedom. But the question remains, when does anime cross the line? Loli and Shota characters have been a staple in anime for decades, but the way they're portrayed can range from completely innocent to downright disturbing. Some series feature childlike characters in suggestive situations, which has led to major backlash, censorship, and even legal consequences in certain countries. So today we're breaking it all down. No sugarcoating. No dodging the issue. Oh boy. For those who don't know, Loli, short for Lolicon, refers to young-looking female characters, while Shota, short for Shotakon, refers to young-looking male characters. Not all Loli and Shota characters are inherently controversial though. Anya from Spy X Family? No issues there. Gon from Hunter x Hunter? Totally fine. The controversy starts when these characters are placed in suggestive situations, with questionable framing, dialogue, or outright sexualization. Some anime even push the boundaries to extremes, sparking debates on whether this is just a part of anime's creative freedom or if it's actively problematic. One of the biggest reasons this debate never gets settled is the massive culture clash between Japan and the West. In Japan, fiction and reality are seen as completely separate things. The law focuses on real-world crimes, not what's depicted in anime or manga. This is why even controversial Loli and Shota content exists legally in Japan. In the West, many believe that fiction influences reality. Countries like Australia, Canada, and the UK have outright banned certain manga and anime over concerns about their content. Western streaming services have also censored or refused to license some shows that cross these lines. So while Japan sees this as just another artistic style, many in the West see it as deeply problematic. The question is, should anime creators be able to explore any themes they want, or do some portrayals have real-world consequences? Now let's talk about some anime that pushed the Loli and Shota trope into controversial territory, some so much that they were outright banned or heavily criticized. My apologies if I butcher the pronunciations. 1. Kodomo no Jikan, 2007. This anime is literally about a third-grade girl seducing her adult teacher. That's it. Western distributors refused to license it and it was banned in multiple regions. 2. No Game No Life. While the show is mainly about strategy and fantasy, it frequently places Shiro, a literal child, in suggestive camera angles and situations that made a lot of viewers uncomfortable. 3. Eromanga Sensei. A story about a middle school girl who illustrates adult-themed light novels. Yeah, you can well imagine how that went over with critics. For Made in Abyss, surprising, right? This is a fantastic anime in terms of storytelling and world-building, but it includes graphic depictions of child suffering and body horror, which raised concerns about exploitation. There are dozens of other examples, but the pattern is clear. Anime keeps flirting with uncomfortable themes, and some series go so far that even hardcore anime fans call them out. This right here is where things get complicated. There are two main arguments in this debate. 1. It's just fiction, it doesn't affect real life. Some say that media has no real impact on people's actions and that banning fictional content is a slippery slope. But if that's true, why do we ban other types of media for their potential influence? Say violent video games, extremist propaganda, and the rest of them. And then there's 2. It normalizes problematic themes. The counterargument is that repeated exposure to certain portrayals desensitizes audiences over time. If anime keeps romanticizing young-looking characters in certain ways, does that subtly shift public perception? Some countries have already drawn a hard line. Japan hasn't. But as anime continues to grow globally, these debates are going to get louder and louder. At the end of the day, this is one of the most divisive topics in anime. Some see it as harmless fiction, others as an ethical issue that needs addressing. And as anime becomes more mainstream, this discussion isn't going away. So where do you stand? Is this just an artistic choice, or should there be stricter methods to prevent the spread of these tropes? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more deep dives into the world of anime. Stay curious, stay respectful, and as always, stay weird, fam.